This is my audience. These are my cards.
Let's go, Spence.
Hello, my name is Spencer Stillman. This is Module 12 for Introduction to Communications. Okay, so this afternoon, federal regulators issued an official statement stating SCS Enterprises President Jack Smith and CEO Sam Jones are under investigation for insider trading. For clarity, insider trading is the buying or selling of a publicly traded company stock by someone who has non-public material information about that stock. President Smith and CEO Jones are accused of using their access to insider information to gain an advantage over investors. SCS Enterprises employees and their shareholders are cooperating with the official Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, investigation to provide all necessary information that could reveal the truth. A response team will be formed to determine the impact on SCS Enterprises, its employees, and shareholders. It is critical to receive the facts from the SEC before diving into a crisis response. Rumors will arise and concerns are important. However, we will always obtain the truth behind the situation before responding and addressing what employees and shareholders deem to be important. What is known so far is President Smith and CEO Jones are accused and charged with illegally paying employees of an investment banking firm, Huey, Dewey, and Cheatham, involved with the mergers and acquisitions branch for information to help them guide their buys. SCS Enterprises response team will be transparent upon receiving guidance from the SEC to address employees and shareholders' concerns. New policies will be implemented to ensure employees are educated under laws and regulations. The most effective crisis teams are made up of both in-house professionals who have knowledge of the company and external experts who can see the situation from a journalistic perspective. Working together through new policy implementation, diligent social media efforts, and through building back trust, we will stem the flow of the crisis. A response team will be appointed to ensure the right people are speaking on behalf of our company, because it is important the organization can react fast and speak with one voice. Although the SEC has rules to protect investments from effects on insider trading, incidents of insider trading are often difficult to detect because the investigations involve a lot of conjecture. SCS Enterprises response team will retrain employees to know the difference and ensure the well-being of our employees in the company, effective immediately. A new social media policy will be in effect immediately. Cases of insider trading tend to capture lots of media attention, especially if the accused person is a public figure whose reputation may be at stake. For insider trading incidents, look at Investopedia. SCS Enterprises will enact social media savvy personnel to monitor social channels and alert our shareholders and employees when a response is warranted. Having an awareness of the negative chatter allowed us to get the true message out from SCS Enterprises to draft responses to media questions. SCS Enterprise employees should be thoughtful and truthful posting on social media and not perpetuate rumors or hearsay, as this will have continued negativity and cause further financial damage to SCS Enterprises shareholders. The social media crisis communication plan will include guidelines for identifying the type and magnitude of a crisis, roles and responsibilities for every department, and a communication plan for internal updates. Up-to-date contact information for critical employees, approval processes for messaging posted on social media, and any pre-approved external messages, images, or information. If you want to know more how to manage a social media crisis, a practical guide for it. Link to social media policy, how to manage a social media crisis by Christina Newbear. If an employee has no inside knowledge, it is not insider trading for them to buy stock in their own company. Employees who desire training and buying and selling public shares should contact their monetary management team for guidance on do's and don'ts. Shareholders are angry, obviously. SCS Enterprises public relations team is mitigating the crisis through the prevention of further damage to resolve concerns to minimize further financial damage to our company. Anyone found to be out of compliance with SEC rules and regulations will be held accountable. Next point, education of our employees. Being ignorant of the laws or company policy is no excuse. Employees will have desktop PowerPoint videos, in-person training, and counselors to work to ensure laws are followed and prevent this ever happening again. Penalties for insider trading on non-public information range from firing to jail time. If found guilty, the maximum sentence for an insider trading violation is 20 years in federal penitentiary. maximum criminal fine for individuals is $5 million. SEC Rule 10B-5 prohibits corporate officers and directors or other insider employees from using confidential corporate information to reap a profit or avoid a loss by trading in the company's stock. This rule also prohibits tipping of confidential corporate information to third parties. If you want to know more, look at this SEC Security and Exchange Commission website. SCS Enterprises will earn your trust back by implementing an action plan. Due diligence with employees at all levels and clients will be addressed. SCS Enterprises employees will take extra care when discussing business outside of the office. Sensitive, non-public information will be clearly defined. Never recommend or induce buying or selling shares based on inside information. Be cautious in informal or social settings. This rule also, employee morale will come back. Employees are the core and shareholders are the foundation of this company. SCS Enterprises will do what it takes to rebuild the brand and keep the integrity of this company solid. Full access to the publicly traded information of SCS Enterprises stocks is available, and assistance to employees and clients with their desire to buy or sell will be available. We are all victims of this breach of trust. However, together we will gain confidence and trust back and be stronger for it. The remaining board and administration appreciate and understand your concerns and acknowledge your fears and will work to overcome these issues. If employees do not feel valid, we acknowledge your concerns and fears, and our door is always open to our employees and shareholders to listen to your ideas and build back trust that has been lost. Embracing employee feedback may mean the difference between retaining a high performer and recruiting someone to fill their vacancy. This is a quote from Dr. Chris Mullen, PhD. Employees do not feel respected, nor do they trust the company. SCS employees will receive a weekly email update on the status and have a question and answer messaging site to refer 24 hours a day. Working together through new policy implementations and diligent social media efforts will stem the flow of the crisis. All questions should be directed to the response team and not vented in social media platforms. We will closely monitor and the investigation to get answers and ensure that the future at SCS Enterprises is intact. SCS Enterprises will be transparent with employees and shareholders with any information received from the SEC. The response team will address all questions and concerns and will keep employees and shareholders at SCS Enterprises in business. SCS Enterprises recognizes moral among shareholders is low and will work to repair the damage. Further, anyone found to be out of compliance with SEC rules and regulations will be held accountable and to prevent further damage to the reputation and financial well-being of the company. Together, we will stem the flow of this crisis and strengthen our bond among the SAS Enterprise family by enacting the plan above. We ask for your patience as information presents itself to the response team, and we trust you will not use social media to discuss SCS Enterprise's future. Thank you for listening.